Really. My whole department, all of us, every single one of us. You know, now's the time. You really should tell him that you used to pee in the coffee pot. Tell him. Let him know now. Let him know now. You know, it's not his fault. It's the way things are. You know, maybe this is an opportunity. Maybe I can start something else. I've always wanted to go ahead and try and be a writer. Maybe I can write that great novel. You know what you ought to do? This is what you really ought to do. Go ahead and tell him something horrible. Tell him something horrible. Tell him you're dying. Make him feel guilty. That's it. Make him feel really guilty. Say you only have a few months left, and if only he hadn't cut your medical, you wouldn't be bald and shivering alone and dying in a bed in 3 to 6 months. Maybe there's something else I can do. Maybe, I don't know, looking in the paper, I've got a lot of skills. There's a lot of things I can do. There really is a lot of things I can do. I learned a lot of things here. Yeah, you know what you could do? You know, that new field they're putting out there where they're going to encourage everyone to play Frisbee golf? Well, now no one's out there. What's a lump? You can bury him in that. No one will ever know. Tell him you want to take for one more walk around the whole building and end it now before he fires anybody else. You know, there really is something about, being a tour guide. I know this area better than anybody. Maybe I'll start my own wine vineyard. You know what you ought to do? This really is what you ought to do. I'm serious. Why don't you go ahead and keep showing up every day? That's it. Keep showing up every day. Act like you're fired and tell him yes, okay? But then show up every day. And the great thing is they'll have to keep paying you because human resources won't even know that you've been fired. Honestly, I think this might be the time. I'll go ahead. You know what? They always say don't burn any bridges. That's the important thing. Don't burn any bridges. You know what's really good is if you went to his house. That's it. Go to his house after you leave here. Take his family for a long drive and say, if you want to see him again, you're going to hire me back. That's what you really ought to do. Well, it's been really great working for you. And is there any openings in maintenance?